everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Yoga. I'll just get some music. If you're ready to start a class, once again, you will need a block and a strap or anything that can act as a strap or as a block, so big book, pillow, and you can get started. Perfect. You can hear me? Perfect. Awesome. Be right back. I have to wrap my wrists, sorry. Perfect. So if you're ready to start your class, I want you to start on your backs today. And again, you will need your block or anything that acts as a block for the beginning. So settle down onto the floor. Knees are bent, and the block's gonna come underneath your hips. It's to your choice how high you would like your hips to be, higher or lower, but make sure it's comfortable. We'll be here to start the class. So once you get nice and settled on the block, try to relax the shoulders, you turning the palms up towards the ceiling. And relaxing here. We're gonna tune into our breath. So nice long inhales, followed by long exhales. You may close your eyes. And really try to pay attention to how your breath moves through your body as you breathe in and out. What's moving and what's not. And trying to relax into this. Making your inhales as long as your exhales. And try to go for a count of 3 to 4 beats each. Or longer if you can, without causing you any stress over it. So in and out, through your nose. Let's stay here for another 6 nice deep breaths. Last deep breath. Belly expands. Belly pulls in. And then slowly bringing the palms towards the floor. Maybe bring your heels a little bit closer. Lift the hips up in the air and take your blocks out. Place them to the side. Your hips come back to the floor. Can readjust your body so you're nice and comfortable. And then gently bringing both knees towards our chest, holding on to our knees. Pull them in gently. Keep that nice long breath going. The belly expands in my inhale. Belly pulls in on an exhale. Pull those knees a little bit closer. Knees. Last breath. gently releasing the knees away from your chest. Still holding on to your knees, and then start circling both legs in one direction. So you're warming up the hips here. And you want to be noticing any tightness or any pulling that you feel or may feel as you move. 2 more circles. And then we will reverse. So go in the other direction. Keep that nice breath going. Maybe inhale half a circle, exhale the other half. Last 2 circles. And then stay in the center. Holding onto your right knee only, stretch the left leg out. Pull that knee close to your chest one more time, as close as you can. Try not to aim the knee towards your shoulder. Try to go straight up towards your chin. Pull it in. And then holding on to that leg with your right hand, gently let the knee open to the side, this time towards your armpit or your shoulder. And again, try to pull it in as hard as you can. Feeling the stretch through the left leg. If you would like feel the stretch a little bit more, you can flex your toes on your left leg. Pull that knee in, one more breath towards your shoulder or your armpit. And then next exhale, bring the leg back center. Switching the hands, this time left hand holds onto your knee or underneath your knee gently. Right hand comes to the side and you pull across. So now you're pulling the knee towards your left shoulder. And don't lift the hip off the floor, keeping the hip on the floor. Just gently pull, stretching to the side here. Last deep breath. And then on your next exhale, you simply twist completely. So the right leg touches the floor, right foot. Then you twist, you look towards the right side, your foot is on your left side. Breathing into the spine twist here. You can gently use your left hand pulling your right knee down. Last breath. And then gently come back, center on your next exhale. Bring both hands towards your knee and pull it in last time. And then gently releasing. Taking a breath or two, noticing the length difference maybe on one side of your body. Maybe a little bit more heat in your hip. And on your next exhale, bring the left knee towards your chest. And again, you pull gently towards your chest. Try to aim for your chin or straight up instead of letting it open to the side. Breathe. Nice long breaths into the belly. And if you like, you can flex that foot on the floor, so toes towards your face, engaging that leg. And you don't have to. Last breath. Pull that knee as close as you can. And then you hold it there and releasing the right hand to the floor. Left hand holds onto your leg and you gently pull it open to the side towards that armpit. Pull it up and open to the side, not to side. Lift it up towards your ear. Keep noticing your breath, the ease of it. And the next exhale, bring it back in the center. Switching the hands and pull that knee towards the opposite shoulder. Don't lift through your hips. Keep both hips on the floor. Just gently pull across. And your next exhale, we're gonna twist completely. Left foot comes to the floor. You can use your hand to hold on to that knee. And then turn your head to the left. You want to rest your foot on the floor. Don't hold it in the air. Just let the foot come to the floor. And just gently pull the knee down. Last 2 rounds of breath. On your next exhale, bring the leg back in the center. Last time, grabbing your shin and pull it in. And then slowly releasing it to the floor. Taking a moment to notice the change in your body. And then on your next exhale, bring both legs into your chest. And then gently stretch them out. If this is too difficult, you can always keep your knee in a bend. So your hamstrings are not too screaming at you here. Hands come to a T, or you can have them down by your hips. I want you to really pull in the belly button. So engage the whole core here. So like a straight or slightly bent knee. You're gonna use the right leg only. So left leg stays up. You can flex your feet. And you're gonna lower the right leg to the side. Make sure you're not allowing the hips to go with your leg. And as you exhale, bring it back in. So everything stays still. Your belly button is pulled in. Your core is staying still. You're just moving the leg. Inhale, let it slide open, and exhale, bring it back in. One more time, making sure that your hips are not moving. Don't let yourself open. Keep the hips down and exhale. You're going to switch to the left side. So inhale, let the leg open as far as you can control it. Come back in. Inhale, open. Match the movement to your breath. Your core has to be engaged here. So pulling the belly button. And last. Both knees come in towards your chest. And you will have 2 options here. So if you don't want to rock back and forth, you can simply turn to your side and put yourselves up to seated. But if you're okay rocking, let's start gently rocking back and forth. And then come up to seated. So if rocking is not for you today, we're going to go into a boat. Here, so if rocking is not an option, I want you to reach your hands forward, tapping the toes on the floor, and you'll be alternating between stretching the legs out and tapping the floor if you can, or just hold. And then where you need to rest, you can tap. If you're okay with rocking, hold on to your shins. We're going to rock back and lift yourself up, use the core, and come into a boat. With your knees bent or straight, you're going to hold it here for 1 round of breath. So inhale, exhale here, and bring those knees in and go again. Rock back, use the core, come into a boat. One more time. So you don't have to do the rocking, you can just stay in that boat and alternate tapping the toes. Let's do it 1 more time. Roll back, lift, boat, hold, breath in and out. And then slowly come forward. We're going to push ourselves up into a tabletop position. I would like you to align your knees with your hips, your wrists with your shoulders, and gently pull in the belly button. Now we're going to start circling the hips. So we make circles with the hips, as big as you like. Inhale 1/2 a circle, exhale the other. And allow the spine to move with you. So don't be rigid in your spine. Whatever your body wants to do while you're moving your hips, please let it go. And then reverse, go the other direction. I want you to slow down your breath. If you have a lot of nice and ease to your breath. Last circle. And then stay in a tabletop. We'll do 4 rounds of cat-cow. On an inhale, we're going to look up, pull the belly button towards the floor. And as you exhale, pull it back in, tuck the tailbone under. You have 3 more rounds. Go with your own breath. And then come back into a neutral or tabletop. We're going to curl our toes under here. And we're going to lift our knees off the floor. So we hover. The belly button needs to be pulled in. We hold it here. We'll go through a little bit of a flow here. So as you exhale, you hold. As you inhale, you sit back towards your heels. As you exhale, you push into that downward dog. Inhale, come into a plank. Exhale, knees towards the floor, you hover. Inhale, sit back towards your heels. Exhale into the downward dog. Inhale, shift your weight forward into the plank. Maybe you might need to walk your feet a little bit further. Exhale, hover the knees one more time. Inhale, sit back towards your heels. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale into that plank. And this time, we're going to exhale, lower ourselves down to the floor. And inhale into a cobra. We're going to hold it here. Squeeze your glutes. Look up. Relax the shoulders. And as you exhale, lower down to the floor. We're going to do it one more time. So as you inhale, lift into that cobra. So try to straighten your arms. On slight bend only. We're going to inhale, lift your right hand up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the left hand. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hold. And exhale, lower down. Next time you're going to push into a child's pose. Reach your fingertips forward. You can rest your forehead on the floor. I want you to slow down your breath again. A little bit more intense, so take a time to slow it down. Make your exhale slightly longer. And then coming back into a tabletop. Walk your hands a little bit further and lower yourself back to the floor. Next time we're going to turn to our side. This is the time when you might want to have your straps ready in front of you. You might use them. So we want to be nice long body. So the legs are the extension of your body, going straight. You can point your toes, pull in the belly buttons. We're going to use our left hand to lift yourselves up or your right, depending on which side you are. Shoulder and your elbow in the same line here. And we're going to reach the hand. If this is enough for you, you can stay here and we'll take 4 rounds of breath. Or you can push yourself up into more straightening the arm. Look over your toes. And make sure that you don't let the hips go back. Push the hips forward. Pull in the belly button. Long line. Feel the squeeze in the side and a little bit of a stretch on the other side. Last breath. See if you can push a little bit higher, shoulders relaxed. Don't let them be by your ear. Push. And then slowly lower yourself to the floor. You're going to bring the hand, bend the elbow, hand on your head on your hands. And this is the time when you might want to use your strap. You're going to bend into the knee and either grab your big toe or your foot, whichever one works better, and stretch the leg out. Pull it towards you. If you're using the strap, just hook your toe, your foot in, and pull. We hold another 3 breaths. Pull the leg close. Stretch, use the heel, push it up towards the ceiling so you feel nice stretch through the leg. And then gently release. Stretching the leg back out. Hand stays here on your head if you like. Or you can stretch them out. And we're gonna lift the legs up. So now we're working our side line here. So either lifting one leg up or both. One little bit more. You can keep the hand on the floor and lift. And again, making sure you don't let the hips go back. Push them forward. Pull in the belly. 2 more rounds. Squeeze the sides together here. Ribs towards your hips. Engage those obliques. And then slowly releasing to the floor. We're going to come onto our belly. Hands next to our chest. Inhale, lift back into a back bend. Squeeze your glutes. And exhale into child's pose. And then coming back into a tabletop. And you can either turn to the other side, or if you want to switch so you can still face the computer, we're going to come to the opposite side. So lowering self down to the floor, nice long body. Pull in the belly, squeeze your glutes. Make sure it's a nice long line here. We're going to exhale, lift ourselves up onto our elbows. And again, try to push the shoulders down the way. And if you are here, I want you to actively push that forearm into the floor so you feel a lift through your rib cage here. And if you want, you can come on up higher. And the same thing, push the palm into the floor, engage the side of your rib cage here. Push. Relax the shoulder. Keep the hips forward, don't let go back or sit back. Nice long back. 2 more rounds of breath. And slowly lower yourself to the floor. This is the time when you want to maybe grab your strap again. And we're going to rest our head on your hands. And then lift through the leg. Pull it in. Cool. Keep pulling in the belly button. Don't let it just hang in there. Pull it in. Relax the shoulder. 3 more rounds. Try to reach through the heel of your foot towards the ceiling. And then gently releasing and straightening back. You're going to pull in the belly button, and then you have option of either lifting through one leg, but lift it as high as you can so you feel engaging through here. Or you can lift both. Or you could also use the upper body and lift it. Keep the hips forward, don't let them fall back. Pull in the belly. Let's stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. And then slowly lower to the floor. We're going to come up to our belly. And one more time. Hands next to your chest. You push into the back bend. Squeeze your glutes and lift up. Relax the shoulders. Last breath. And push into that child's pose for 2 rounds of breath. And then coming back onto a tabletop. Walk our feet together. Curl the toes under. Walk yourself up onto your heels. And stretch through the bottom of your feet here for a moment. Just sitting nice and tall, hands on your thighs, or you can come into a prayer pose. Just taking another 3 nice long breaths. Relax the shoulders. And then leaning forward, fingers on the floor, push yourself onto your toes. And then slowly heels to the floor. And you slowly roll yourself up to standing. I want you to find the front of your mat. And we will do some salutations now. So it's going to be a little bit more warmth creating movement. So make sure that you take a nice long breath. And if you need to pause at any point or put your knee down, feel free to do that. So we're going to inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, I want you to bend to one side. So we start with Femoon here. Inhale, center. Exhale, back. To the other side. Inhale, center, a little bit back bend. And as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straighten your back, push the tailbone to the back of the room. Exhale, lower down. And step back into the plank. You're going to inhale here and exhale, lower down, either through the knees or chaturanga. Inhale into that cobra, upward dog. Exhale into the downward dog. Lifting the right leg in the air and exhale, push it forward between your hands. So swing it forward. You're gonna stay here for a moment. Maybe you need to wriggle your foot a little bit further back. And you can stay down here, resting on your thigh. More intensities when you lift yourself up. And really let the hips sink down. We'll stay here for 3 rounds of breath. Just opening through the hips. Now on your next exhale, hands come back to the floor, and then you step your back foot forward. Inhale, pull yourself towards your knees. Exhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees straight to the back. Lower yourself down on the exhale, and inhale all the way up. Exhale, center. Go again. Inhale. Exhale, this time bend to your left side. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, maybe a little bit back bend. And as you exhale forward, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straighten those back. Exhale, hands down, step into a plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward, put your knees down, and exhale, lower down. Inhale into that cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Or puppy if you need to. Lift the right left leg up. And as you exhale, shift your weight forward. And bring your foot forward between your hands. And again, you want to get comfortable here, making sure your front knee and your ankle are nicely aligned. And you can stay down here, resting on top of your thigh. And lift yourself up. 3 breaths. Really let those hips sink down towards the floor. Next, exhale, hands to the floor. Step your foot forward. Inhale, exhale, pull yourself down towards your knees. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, stretch the spine. Exhale, over down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale down through the center. Let's go again, this time without any stopping. So inhale, both arms come up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale into a back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knee, hop up. Exhale, step into a plank. Inhale, knees down or shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale into a cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift through the right leg. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, a little bit of lift. Exhale, hand down. Step the foot together. Feet together. Pull yourself down towards your knees. Inhale, straighten your back. Exhale, low down. Inhale, come all the way up. Center on an exhale. Inhale, both arm comes up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale into a back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees. Straighten the back. Exhale, step back into that plank. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. This time, left leg lift. And as you exhale, bring the foot forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down and step the foot forward. Pull yourself in. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, center. Perfect. So let's get into a little bit of a balance now. So our body is to be nice and warm. So I want you to feel the floor through your feet. So maybe lift the toes, lift your heels, and then settle them down. Try to spread your toes as much as you can. And look down at them. And then when you are comfortable enough, you can try closing your eyes. And then feel the floor with your feet. I want you to push your big toes to the floor. Try to put more weight into your big toes. And then switch to pinky side, so pinky toe pushes down. And then lean a little bit back and push your weight into your heels. Maybe lift the toes. Now keeping the push into your heels, I want you to push the big toes down at the same time. So heels and big toes are pushing. And now add the pinky toes as well. You might feel your legs are engaging in different areas, just to see how your body responds. So try to keep all those 3 points as much as you can, pushing into the floor. Be keeping that pressure in that left foot. Keeping the toes engaged, keeping the heel engaged, and then bring the right leg gently off the floor. You can use the wall if you need to, or a chair if you need to. Now we're going to bend into the knee and let the ankle, your right ankle rest above your left knee. Now we're going to start bending into that standing leg. Pushing the knee to the side and hips back. Keeping that pressure throughout the left foot on the floor. And you're sitting back as far as you can. Keep the hips reaching towards the back of your room or behind you. Keeping the knee to the side. If you can, see if you can start reaching the hands down towards the floor. Really bending through that standing leg, feeling the stretch. If that's too much, again, you can either use the wall or you can rest the elbow on your knee and push it down like this. We hold here for 4 rounds of breath. Sorry. It's good to look at a spot on the floor. Really concentrate on one spot in front of you. Push the hips back. Pull in the belly. And last breath. And slowly come up to standing. Release. If you need to move your hips, feel free to do that. And let's sit on the right foot. So one more time, we try to push the big toes down to the floor, then add the pinkies, and then add the heels. So the whole foot is solid on the floor, or those 3 points. Lifting the left foot off the floor. And again, if this is where you want to balance today, feel free to just do that. Otherwise, crossing the knee over, the ankle over the knee. Push the hip open to the side. You can stay here, or you can start bending into that standing leg. Push the hips back, push the knee to the side. And hold, breathe, pull in the belly, look at a spot in front of you anywhere. Again, the hands can reach down towards the floor, deepening the stretch. Or elbows can rest on your leg, pushing the knee down. Let's do 3 more rounds of breath. And then slowly come out of the pose. Put both feet on the floor. Wiggle your hips. From here, we're going to open our legs wide. We'll go through a little bit more flow here. So feet are wide, toes are forward, and they don't have to be very, very wide. Up to you. We're going to inhale, both arms come up. As you exhale, we're going to bend to the right. Inhale, back center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, back center, hands come to a T. Exhale, you're going to come down and reach with your left hand towards your right toes. You can twist. Inhale, back center, come on up, or you can stay center down if this is too hard for your head. And exhale down. Right hand reaches for the left. Inhale, back center. Hands come up, a little bit of back bend. And exhale, center and to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Hands come to a T. Exhale, fold forward, left hand towards your right toes. You can twist if you like. Inhale, go back to the center, or you can just bring the hands to the center and exhale to the other side. And inhale, back up. A little bit back bend. And exhale to the right. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. A little bit back bend. And as you exhale, fold forward. Left hand to your right toes. Twist into it if you like. Inhale, back up, or stay with your hands down. Exhale, go to the other side. And again, twist gently into it. Inhale, back center. Hands come up. And exhale to the center. You're going to inhale, both arms come up one more time. And as you exhale, you fold forward. Again, you want to have your toes and your heel pushing into the floor in the same way. So don't lean back into your heels or forward into your toes. Maybe you want to walk your feet a little bit further, but make sure your toes are staying forward. Hands in front of you. We're going to bend into our knees, like you're going into a squat. Thumb is back. You're going to try to reach your hands and wrap them around your calf and hold on to your ankles from the side, from the outside. And you're just going to pull your body in. Hips are down. You're sitting down. As with your bum, holding on. Pull it in. Feeling the stretch to your inner thighs here. Bum is heavy. Let's go here for 3 more rounds of breath. Let the bum sit down. And slowly bringing the hands in the center and straightening your knees. And then walk your feet together. We're going to bend into our legs here, belly resting on the thigh. And on your next inhale, you come into a chair. So we're in a chair pose. Hips are sitting back. We're going to inhale here, and as we exhale, you're going to bring your hands together and twist into our chair. Twist. Look up. Hold it here for 2 rounds. Your knees are together, feet are together, your bum is back. Next, inhale, come back into a chair. And exhale to the other side, twist. 2 breaths. Inhale back center. And come on all the way up. Exhale through center. Let's walk ourselves back to the top of our mats. We're going to make our way down to the floor. So inhale, arms come up. And as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips over to your knees, straighten the back. Exhale, lower down. Step into the plank. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, lower down to the floor. Inhale into a cobra. Exhale into a downward dog. We're going to stay here for a moment. Pushing your heels down to the floor. And then shifting our weight forward into our planks. Knees come down. And we sit back in a child's pose. And slowly walk your hands to your knees. And sit nice and tall. So we're going to do a little bit of a movement in a camel. So you can set up your blocks if you would like. We will come onto our knees. And a little bit sideways. So if you know you will use the blocks, you can either place them in front of your, if you have 2, it would be lovely, in front of both feet, on the outside of the feet. But if you have just one, that's fine too. You can be moving with you. So just make sure that you will grab your block if you need it. Okay, so I'll show you both options. When we do camel, I want you to be squeezing your glutes and pushing your hips forward. So don't go back like this. If you can reach your heels, that's okay too. Just go as far as you can. It doesn't have to be the heel that you're touching. Just keeping the hips forward and truly bending through our upper body. Okay, so hips are your knees are slightly apart, your hip width apart, curling the toes under. You have the blocks there. You're going to inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, push the hips forward and reach back, either onto your blocks, or you can put your hand on your hips and really help you push forward. Either way, it's fine. Or you try and get to the heel. And then inhale back to the center. Sway your arms around. And exhale, touch the other heel. Inhale back center. And exhale, touch. So now one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to make it bigger. So we're going to inhale. Sweep, sit your bum back. Spin your arms around and go into back. It's a little bit like a dance move. So sit your bum back. Round your back as you're coming forward. And come into that camel. Or half a camel. So let's do 3 more rounds. Inhale, arch, a little bit of a stretch before you go back into your arm, into your back bend. If you're using the block, It's a good time to switch it around and place it next to your foot. Let's do it one more time after this. Really push the hips forward. Round. And push the hips forward. And last time. Round. And exhale, push the hips forward. And then come back in the center. Uncurl the toes. Child's pose. You can do 3 rounds of breath. Really curl your lower back, feeling the stretch through the area. And then slowly walk your hands towards your knees, sit on your heels. We're gonna sit on our glutes here and then stretch the legs in front of us. This is another time that you can use blocks and the straps. So sometimes sitting on top of the block or a pillow, having your hips higher will help you. Or you can use the strap to wrap around your feet and then pull yourselves down. So either way is an option. So if you like it, set yourself up. And once you're ready, I want you to straighten your spine. Nice long spine here. Flex your feet towards your face. Inhale, both arms come up. Nice long body. I want you to hinge forward your hips. I don't want you to be rounding here. I want you to push your hips back and belly forward, your chest forward. So nice straight back as far as you can take it. And once you no longer can be straight, that's when you can start rounding up. So you can rest your hands under your legs and let yourself hang in here. You can grab onto your legs, use the strap. Anything works. And relax. Long body. Long breath. See if you can deepen your breath. If you've lost that, lengthen it. See if you can slow it down. Last 2 breaths. And then slowly releasing and rolling yourself. We're going to go back onto our backs. And again, you will need a block or you will need pillow, anything that you can put underneath your hips. We're going to roll ourselves down to the floor. We're going to bend into our knees one more time here. Grab your blocks or pillows. Lift the hips up and place the blocks underneath your hips. So it's a space between your lower back and your glutes. So if it's very uncomfortable, you can always remove it. Our hands will come up again, so your palms are up towards the ceiling. Making sure your legs don't fall open. Keep your toes facing forward and knees gently apart here, hip width apart. And let's take 2 nice long breaths, feeling the belly expand. And exhale, pulling the belly button in, or feel like the core engages on its own. We're going to add the arms to it now. So we're going to inhale, keeping the palms towards the ceiling, and then going all the way down towards the floor. And exhale, come back down towards your hips. So match the movement to your breath. Inhale up. And exhale down. If this is too uncomfortable for your shoulders, you can go with your palms facing the floor. Do whatever feels good. It doesn't really matter. Either way is good. The last 2 breaths. Next time your hands are by your hips, you keep them there. And we're simply going to bring both knees up. And if this is enough, if it's comfortable for you, stretch the legs out. And if you don't have a block, you can do the same thing against the wall or a chair or a couch. Just lift the legs in the air. Sometimes it's nice to add the arms to it too, allowing the blood flow to just reverse for a moment here. Closing your eyes. Try to take the tension out of your limbs. Let them do whatever they want to do. Bend your knees, bend your elbows gently. And then slowly bringing the legs down to the floor one by one. Releasing and then lifting the legs and hips up, removing the blocks. And we will come into Shavasana. So relaxing whichever way you want to do it. Palms are back up towards the ceiling. Your legs are either stretched out or you can come into a butterfly. This is a time to tune into your breath again. Pay attention to the length of your breath. Make it nice and long and even. Coming in through your nose, coming out through your nose. Allow your body to grow heavy. Feel the warmth and allow the heaviness to come. And relax. I would like you to slowly deepen your breath. Take a nice long one. And exhale out. And gently wake your body up by moving your toes, your fingers, lighting your eyebrows, moving your jaws. Whatever it is that you want to move, let it move. And then on your next inhale, reaching the arms up and over towards the floor. And as you exhale, turn to one side. And taking a breath or two on your side before you gently put yourself up to seated. Be slow, take your time. And come up to seated. Your second finger and your thumb are touching, turning the palms up. See if you can find your heartbeat in your second finger. Just push gently into it. And see if you can move the breath to your heartbeat. 4 heartbeats in, 4 heartbeats out. And take one more breath here together. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, bring it down, center towards your heart. Round your head to your heart. Thank you so much for taking your time this lunch hour and doing yoga with me. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Have a great rest of your day and hopefully see you next Tuesday.